would be way more limited than they were last season.
Yeah, yeah. So you're thinking that it's gonna bring in like a tactical shift as well, as you see like the three of them.
Yeah, it could. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I can see that because the three of them and Mahrez sort of playing up top, I think that's probably a little too much in terms of attacking. But I think either way, he'll be useful, or even in playing in like Champions League or
Yeah.
I don't know if
Again, yeah, they've got Champions League coming in as well. So
yeah. So
good for team there.
yeah, and then this is sort of just like another kind of crazy thing with the EPL, and I think I found this picture which shows that the Premier League has spent now 1.2 billion on transfers, right? And the second biggest is like the Serie A, at like somewhere between 500,000 and 600,000, and all the others like are under 400 or so. And the interesting part is that all of the other leagues are below what they have, or I mean, they're below what their income. So in other words, like they're not operating.
Yeah, and a lot of teams have broken the transfer records as well. Like Bournemouth done that again, and I think Hull City and Sunderland have also done that.
Right.
And obviously United have done that.
Yeah.
So it's all due to the new TV deal that is coming.
Yeah, I think the BBC website said something that like the average spending for each team was like 60 million.
Yeah.
Which is pretty ridiculous when you think about like Bundesliga and La Liga are spending, the whole league is spending 400. So all the teams.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
and sides like Crystal Palace are now shelling out around 30 million for a player, which was almost impossible. Say 4 or 5 years ago.
Everybody, yeah. I mean,
they
but that's the
could
TV
barely
money.
afford 10 million back then.
Right, that's the TV money. So let's talk about a few more deals that we should mention, and then we should get into the loans. So we talked about Sissoko. We mentioned David Luiz. We talked about him. Were there any other sort of deals that I think you thought were big, or should we get into the loans?
Obviously, Jack Wilshere was there.
Okay,
and
yeah.
Even Joe Hart.
Yeah, so
for Joe Hart, the best thing is that with the move to Italy, he gets a chance to move away from the pressure of the English media that has been almost troubling him for some time now, since last season. So it's like almost like an escape route, such that he can come in next season and make a whole new beginning. But even Jack Wilshere could have done that if Roma or AC Milan could have gone for him. But Roma must have got him. So
I mean, yeah, it was interesting because I was reading something that like 22 clubs were lining up for Jack Wilshere, and for him to choose Bournemouth is
in Jack Wilshere's case. 2 days ago, even Crystal Palace were interested in him. 2 days ago, Wilshere had received an approach from Crystal Palace,
right,
saying that Palace must be informed about his decision as to where he's moving on deadline day. So he couldn't inform Palace about that, and he straight away moved to Bournemouth.
Okay.
And in fact, AC Milan came in for him quite late in the transfer window, apart from Roma.
Yeah, that would have been a funny thing. But I guess Bournemouth is the place to be with Jordan Ibe and Eddie Howe.
Yeah.
So I think a couple of the other ones that we saw, maybe we could talk about Wilfred Bony moving to Stoke City. Right?
Yeah, Bony and Bruno Martins India as well.
Right, those are both very solid for loan deals for Stoke.
Yeah, really, when they actually fit into the playing style that Stoke are adhering to these days. Mm-hmm, yeah. They are quite physical and just really good headers of the ball and really strong. And they can fetch Stoke some goals from set pieces as well, which is quite a big game plan for Mark Hughes.
Yeah, well, yeah, they can't really have trouble scoring otherwise. But so did you? I mean, I guess a couple other Man City players. Samir Nasri went to Sevilla. That was interesting. I mean, I don't know how much he has left or how much he really wants to play anymore. There's questions there, but. And I don't know how much Sevilla needed him. That was sort of interesting because I think.
Yeah, exactly. Sampaoli seemed
like the Sampaoli player.
Bringing in too many attacking midfielders into his team.
Yeah.
Like Jordan Franco Vasquez as well, Wissam Ben Yedder is also there. So,
Yeah, I
so
love. I mean,
a lot of
Sevilla
players in there.
is terrific. As you saw if you saw the 6-4 game that they had. But yeah, I don't know with Nasri. I guess it's just a change of scenery for him.
Yeah.
We'll see how that works. And then they sold loan Mangala
Yeah,
to
to Valencia.
Valencia.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess Valencia
That's
needed.
probably with the view of binding permanently with Mustafi now at Arsenal.
Right. That's probably. And then I think they also got Garay. Is it Garay as well?
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there. I guess we didn't mention Marcos Alonso, Chelsea from Fiorentina. I don't. I have to say I don't know too much about him.
He was at Sunderland in the 2013-14 season.
Oh, okay.
And he did quite well as well at left back. He's not got too much of pace, but he's technically really sound and a really good passer of the ball. His positioning is also fine enough. He can play centre back as well. So that's a bonus for Conte, who likes these kind of players who can play at full back and at centre back as well. So, because he usually played a 3-5-2 formation for Italy and for Juventus as well. So maybe he can think about switching to that formation somewhere for Chelsea as well in the future.
Okay, yeah. So he'll be part of that maybe back three if they go to it, or if one of like Luis or Hill or Terry gets
Baba Rehman now off to Schalke.
Yeah.
So he'll probably slot in as a second choice left back.
Oh, okay. You think you can play left back? That's interesting. Yeah, good. I think what's the other one that I wanted to mention there with the loans? Oh, Alvaro Arbeloa went to West Ham.
He's at West Ham these days. Yeah,
from Real Madrid, which is I kind of even forgot that he was still playing.
Yeah, exactly. But I think West Ham needed a right back after not being able to sign Carl Jenkinson permanently from Arsenal, and Sam Byram was probably the only.
Yeah, I actually was when I was in Europe a couple of weeks ago. I got a chance to watch like 3 West Ham games, which is probably more than one should. But this Sam Byram kid was like there was one play. I think it was at the Bournemouth game where like he committed like 2 yellow card worthy offenses. Where like it was against Kouyaté. I think like first he like jumped on his back and brought him down, and then somehow Kouyaté shedded him, and then like he kind of skied them down. So. Yeah, and then he also looked terrible in the Europa League match as well. So I can kind of
against us,
yeah, that was a fun one. So I think we should talk about Liverpool, mostly sort of losing players, right? Mario Balotelli, who was I guess nominally was still a Liverpool player, going to Nice. Would you think?
He's probably a decent signing for Lucien Favre because he's lost Hatem Ben Arfa now to PSG, and Ben Arfa was probably the person who almost single-handedly guided Claude Paul's side to a 4th place finish last season. So we'll probably get some goals from Balotelli and help them finish high up the table.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things, or he could get released by like January. That's probably the other more likely scenario.
Yeah.
But they also got Dante, I think, there. So they're doing their best to get the FIFA 2011 roster in there. But no, it's just a joke. So what other moves should we discuss that are sort of noticeable or worth talking about? We talked about Wilshere, David Luiz, Hal Robson-Kanu to West Brom.
Yeah, actually the thing which I think is that Tony Pulis is now bringing in at West Brom is that West Brom last season used to be a really physical side, especially away from home, really tough to beat. They used to pack the midfield and play a deep defensive line and use players with physicality. But in the previous game against Middlesbrough, I saw shades of the fact that Tony Pulis is probably trying to switch to a slightly more attractive style of football than he had with Brendan Galloway playing and young Sam Field making his debut, and he's a really good technical young player. So, and with Hal Robson-Kanu, who's good on the ball, at least better on the ball than Solomon Rondon, and some of other West Brom players. So maybe Tony Pulis is trying to bring in a more technical side into his squad than it was last season.
So what you're saying is that the apocalypse is coming as Tony Pulis is
Yeah,
going to play
maybe
technical football. So we
maybe
gotta,
losing his identity and all
you
this.
make sure you stock up on canned goods and water there in India, because I think
Yeah,
we might be in trouble soon. I guess Ener Valencia's moved from Everton to Everton from West Ham, I should say. Is
yeah,
another
yeah.
one.
I guess he's a decent signing as well because the three behind Romelu Lukaku, Bolasie, Barkley, and Kevin Mirallas.
Yeah,
These guys are really good players, but again,
can't score.
Ener Valencia is someone who's got really good pace and can play up top as well as we saw him do for West Ham over the last 2 seasons. So I see him as a decent signing. He's a good passer. So that's what Ronald Koeman really wants. He's off the ball. He's really good off the ball. So
Yeah, I'm a little
it'll be a
surprised.
handy signing.
I'm a little surprised West Ham got rid of them after they've been kind of chasing every striker in the book, and
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, I think he's like he's better than whoever. Like they got Caleri, I
Yeah,
think is the one they bought. And
yeah.
he. I mean, I
Yeah,
like,
Jonathan Calais.
he looked pretty terrible.
And there was a point when it seemed that West Ham may just end up losing both Diafra, Sarko, and Valencia.
Yeah.
But the fact that Sarko has stayed, it's good enough now.
So I guess that's like he means he's sort of superfluous there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I think we've talked probably enough in terms of any, the major moves. Is there anything you think we should still talk about, or I don't really? I mean, I don't really see anything from the Premier League that's of note. Do you?
Yeah, deadline day. Yeah, I guess it's fine. We've talked a good bit
Okay. All
about
right. Well,
the major
so
leagues.
you obviously write a lot. Where can people find you on the internet, writing, Twitter, whatever else you want to put out there?
Yeah, I'm at Twitter at the Footy Mag, and I'm obviously at Facebook. I'm not on Instagram or anywhere else. It's on Facebook and Twitter.
Okay, so Footy Mad is in like mad is in crazy, or?
No, yeah, just at the Footy Mag, at the rate the Footy Mag. That's it.
Great. I think all right. Great. So good. So thanks a lot for navigating us through the transfer deadline day.
Yeah,
I gotta say it was very interesting, and I hope we can do this again sometime. All right?
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
Thanks a
yeah.
lot. Okay. So if you like what you heard, you can check us out on SoundCloud. You can also check us out on Spreaker, where I podcast under the user BundesPL. And then if you liked what you heard from Kaustubh, you can follow him on Facebook at Kaustubh Pandey. That's Kaustubh Pandey, our pundit from India. And you can also follow him on Twitter as well. You can also follow me at BundesPL. And let us know if you liked it, and then we'll do more of these, not just about transfers, but for other things. Thanks for listening.